Hi folks, welcome once again to another edition of Mr. H's Current Event Quiz Recaps, where we try to give you guys a rundown of the political cartoons on our recent current event quiz. Today we're going to be taking a look at some cartoons from both our Gov and Econ and our World History students. For our World History guys, I believe this is quiz number 3 for you, and then for our Gov and Econ guys, I believe this is quiz number 4 we're going to be looking at. So why don't we start with the World History guys. For this particular cartoon that we're looking at, mainly the thing that we were going for here was the continued debate in the Philippines as to President Duterte and his policy on vigilante justice when it comes to drug dealers and different folks who are accused of drug-related crimes. So some of the debate things here that we can talk about, and obviously my pen function on my laptop is not working right now, so I'll try to draw some attention to a couple of these folks. All right, there we go. The crime scene up here at the top, obviously a lot of you guys made reference of that. The title of the cartoon, Philippines, which obviously is a reference to that. One thing that some of you guys made reference to, but not a lot, is the fact that the islands themselves have become basically chalk outlines of people who have become victims of the drug violence in the Philippines. So obviously these were some of the big things that we were hoping you guys would grab from the cartoon. The second cartoon we looked at had to do with the continuing saga over that Saudi journalist that was killed in Turkey. And then in this cartoon discussion, we're talking a little bit about the relationship then with Saudi Arabia with the United States and how it was affected by this. And obviously you can see here President Trump, Prince Al Salman, who's kind of the focal point of this thing, kind of the cozy relationship between the two. The fact that even though we have this dead journalist, and we believe for the most part that it was the Saudis who carried this out, the relationship between Saudi Arabia and the United States remains pretty chummy, pretty, can do no wrong, mainly because of that discussion of the multi-billion-dollar arms sale going on between the United States and Saudi Arabia, and also the continued discussion of natural resources like oil that the United States needs in order to keep its economy going. So those were some of the big highlights we wanted you guys to grab from this cartoon. For our Gov guys, we'll go over to quiz number 4 for you guys. The first cartoon here is a discussion of the governor's race in Georgia right now and the accusations of voter suppression, particularly by the Republican candidate, Brian Kemp. A lot of you guys picked up on his name right here. You can see, and I know my window here is kind of blocking it, there's one of the characters here is wearing a University of Georgia t-shirt with the logo on it. And obviously, if any of you guys picked up on the nickname of Georgia is the Peach State. So if you caught that reference, those were all things that went into that. One of the things also talking a little bit about the folks who are depicted here, African-American voters who are widely the ones being discriminated against, disenfranchised, if you will, when it comes to this new exact match law in Georgia that's being enforced. And then the idea here of the humor being that that's not a peach. This is actually the butt of Brian Kemp as he tries to snuff out those voters. The other cartoon, then this was mainly for our first block guys. Our third block guys got a cartoon that looked a little differently. This one is talking about the pipe bomb messages that were sent out to Democratic leaders and Democratic candidates in the name of some of the rhetoric that's been put out there by the Republican Party and particularly by President Trump. So in this cartoon, obviously you can see the caricature of Trump over here, kind of the allusion to those pipe bomb devices that are up here, and then all the different things within this kind of bomb discussion that went into possibly influencing this individual to send out those bombs. So the idea of the lock her up chants towards Hillary Clinton, fake news, some of the negative stuff that's been associated with Donald Trump and some of his rhetoric in the past. And obviously this is in the big shape of a massive fuse. I know I'm kind of blocking that a little bit on my view, but the massive fuse leading to this giant bomb that will go off in American society. If you have any questions about anything in this video or any of the comments that might have been on your quiz, please stop by and talk to me. Other than that, we will see you guys next time.